You should take note of the red flags. And by red flags, I do not mean that the other party is bad, but red flags mean things that do not align to what friendship is to you. There is this common expression I have seen online, I've heard women said it directly about friendship. Expressions like, I don't do friendships, I don't want friends, my husband is my only friend, no, I am private. Many of these different expressions, all in a bid to talk down on adult female friendships. In this video, I want to talk about the dynamics of adult female friendships, why we find it difficult to keep the friendship or start the friendship, and the things we can do to make it work out for us. Hi there, welcome to my channel. Stacy here as always. On my channel, I talk about faith, life issues, education, and business. You're welcome to today's video. If this is your first time of coming on this channel and you love what I'm doing here, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel, turn on the bell icon so you can always receive notifications when I make video uploads on this channel. And again, I would also plead that you watch the ads from the beginning to the end. I know that might take time, but please, that's your support for what I'm doing here. Let's get right into the video. To start with this video, I would love us to look at this in two parts. The first part of this video, I will talk about the difference between men and women and why sometimes it looks like it is easier for men to keep and maintain friendship than for women. Men are logical while women are emotional. If you want to look at it in this way, you will understand why men look like they can keep relationship or friendship among themselves while it is difficult for women. Because the men are more logical, they don't take things very, very personal, even when it has to do with friendship. You might see men together, the level of commitment and intimacy in the friendship does not come as the way it is for women. Men are more platonic. A man can meet another man today. They have formed a kind of bond between them and it can last long because of the connecting factor in the relationship. What connects men in relationship is usually different from what connects women. So when a man meets with another man, you would notice that their discussions center around some superficial aspects of life, like football, like work. Yeah, they talk about work, they talk about career, they talk about business. These are a few of the things that many men talk about. If you look at this aspect, it does not really push each of these people into the private space of one another. They mostly work by interest, area of interest. So when they meet, they have something very common to talk about. And when they talk about that, it is something general. Everyone knows about it because these are the discussions that most men center around. Most men do not attach emotions into friendship. If you look at a woman, on the other hand, she is more emotional. So when a woman is becoming a friend with someone, she is literally giving the person space into her life. She is opening doors into her privacy because a woman would always feel a sense of belonging, love, when there is a bit of intimacy. It is not same for a man. If you look at the differences that exist between women and men, you understand why it is a bit different for men to make friendship and it lasts long. It might not be for every man because I know there are men who, by their level of training, exposure, the kind of environment they grew up in, the kind of person who nurtured them, they might be more engaging in friendship just as women are, but the majority of men do it differently. From this explanation, I said you'll understand why it is a bit complex for women to have friendship. And it happens not really because they don't want to, but because there is limited understanding about the complexity, the dynamism of female adult friendship. If you don't have this understanding, you will always hop in and out of friendship. But if you have a clear understanding of the dynamics of women friendship, you'll be able to spot the red flags, and you will also be able to spot when you need to be very much committed. Looking at female friendship, the dynamics of female friendship, I noticed that there are three key aspects of friendship that every woman who intentionally seeks friendship wants. It is quite sad that even though we want all of this, where we also always have problem is that sometimes we are not willing to give it. And this is another way that affects female friendships. I have initially talked about the difference that exists between men and women, and that is what covers the first part of the needs of female friendship. And that is the aspect of inclusion. When it comes to women friendship, women are more private, and they always long for inclusion. Even if I have 20 friends, each of my friends among these 20 friends want to feel included in my life. She wants to feel like she is a special person to me. Sometimes you are thinking you are friends with this person, but the space you are occupying in that place does not really reverence your partnership or your inclusion. You begin to feel the vacuum, and you keep wondering in your brain, in your head, what is actually wrong with the friendship. This might really be why you are feeling that way, because that space does not really give you the ability to feel included, and you are struggling continuously to push yourself into the space. You lack the ability to spot this in the friendship, and you keep struggling without knowing where the problem is. So for many women, if they want to go into deep female friendship, what makes them stay is when they feel they belong in that place, when they feel their matter makes sense, they feel that person they are building the friendship with really connects with them at a deeper level. There is a show of concern. The person actually thinks of you in the same light as you think of them, and you notice that they are looking out for you, looking out for the things that pertain to you, looking out for your growth, looking out for how you would improve and all of this. So when you do not see it, something will be telling you that there's something off about this space that I don't understand, and I'm trying to figure out what it means. And that is the absence of inclusion. In female friendship, inclusion also includes trying to let the person know some details about the friend's life. While this is important, I will also say that sometimes, in a bid to desire inclusion, you should be sensitive enough to understand where you are placed in the life of someone. And even when this person still places you high, there are situations in life where people do not wish to share some very private things or key things about them. So please, when you are desiring inclusion in the friendship, always be gracious to your friends. Leave room for friends to inform you about things happening in their lives or not inform you about them. Aside from the aspect of inclusion, the next I will talk about is secrecy. When adult females try to build bond among one another or between themselves, there is this aspect of their lives that wants them to feel my information is private. If I share it with you, it should remain with you and you alone. Here is where the issue comes up. When women share their lives with friends, they wish that this part of their lives should be kept private because they always share very, very private matters. And because women would want to make sure their secrets are kept, they are always looking for that person who they can share their lives with in confidence. Another thing that women always look out for, or every woman wants to find in a friendship, is the ability for you to find someone who reciprocates the gestures you give. This might be common among women, but I think every kind of friendship or relationship yearns for this. When it comes to reciprocating, every adult wants to give love and receive love back. It does not make sense when you are showing love and what you are receiving is negligence or ingratitude or all of these forms that do not look like what you're giving. I have come to understand that, especially for women, there is always the need to reciprocate. In fact, that is where most friendships, women friendships, have issues. So if you meet most women, they'll be like, I have been visiting her house. I've gone to her house like 5 times. She has never come to see me. I have called her like 10 times. She has never called me for once. So when this is absent, it begins to affect the relationship, and gradually the love, the connection diminishes or it ends. These are the key things I feel every adult relationship can thrive on. If they are found in the relationship, definitely the relationship will last long. If these are the things that adults, especially female adults, want, why then is it difficult for the relationship to stay or last? One party could not spot the red flags. When I talk about red flags here, I don't necessarily mean that the other party is bad, but I mean there is no mutual connection. You should be able to understand that not everyone is your friend and not everyone sees you as a friend. So that is one of the first red flags for everyone. While it is okay to desire friendship, do you just keep pouring? You keep pouring, 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 and you don't take time to understand if where you are pouring into really, really deserve what you are pouring. If you are not able to answer this question properly, then you might need to think again and reflect again. So this will help you to be able to manage your emotions, manage how you feel about the friendship. Another aspect about friendship that also makes adult female friendship very difficult is the aspect of secrecy. A woman would want to pour her heart whenever she has burdens in her. She wants to share with someone who will resonate with her experience, or someone who will understand where she's coming from or the angle she's coming from. Sometimes it becomes a great disservice for women because of the way women are highly emotional. When something now happens between these women again, they want to pour out their hearts about the pains in the relationship. And the first thing they want to do in most instances is to begin to spill secrets out, share them, talk about them uncontrollably. This is a huge nightmare for every woman. Even the women who are quick to share another person's secret when there is a fallout, they are also scared of sharing their secret with others because they feel that will not be kept for them if there is a fallout. For some people, if they have ever had this experience, the best thing they would always want to do is never to venture into any kind of friendship because they feel I have ever been betrayed, I can always be betrayed, and I don't want to find myself in this kind of condition again. So it makes it very difficult for many women to trust building relationship or connection with their fellow women. Another thing I want to talk about in adult friendship that you should take note of is vulnerability. Now, here is it. There's a friend I have. There was this time in our friendship that this person opened up and shared very personal things with me that she was going through. And when she shared this with me, I also took it personal. But there is a way we all want to be loved. And sometimes the person who we call our friend does not understand what it means for us to be loved. This is the scenario that played out in this my friendship. While in my own space, if I am dealing with something, sometimes I do not want to always revisit it, like always talk about it. I feel that my healing process will be faster if I don't always go back to dig it and talk about it. Now, this person shared this part of our life with me and we addressed it. Yeah, we talked about it. We did a lot of things about it. At a point, I noticed that even if I call her, she does not mention it. So in my mind, I felt, woo, it was a hard one. It is likely she's going through healing. I do not want to always bring up this discussion so I don't reawake bad emotions in her. So that was my thought. And I didn't know that at that point she was getting drained about me being careless and uncaring about what she has been going through. One day she called and opened up to me and told me, I am not happy with you. I have been with you on this particular thing, but for a while, you've been so silent about it. You speak with me, but you don't care to ask about it. When she told me that, I felt bad and I apologized and I told her the reasons for that. Why am I talking about this? We have different ways we want to experience love. My love language is not the same with another person's love language. While I told you that my friend was vulnerable to share her part with me, there are reasons why adult friendships do not last. And one of it is because we don't allow room for true sense of vulnerability. Someone meets me who sees me as a potential friend and tells me this and this and this is what I do not want in this friendship. Sometimes we now guilt the person for opening up to tell us how they feel they should be loved. And I think this is one thing that has been affecting many adults from building their friendship. The problem we have sometimes in adult friendship is because of our differences. Some people become overwhelmed that they cannot give all of these things. You're asking for too much. And these things you're asking me to do, I cannot give it because I am dealing with my marriage, I am dealing with my children, I'm dealing with my in-laws, I'm dealing with a lot of things. So I cannot give it. Is that a yardstick not to build adult friendship? I think there are people who have the potentials or the ability to build adult friendship and they can build many If you have that gift, that is fine. If you don't have that gift, please try and build, even if it is one or two. But the problem you will have with building one single friendship in your life is that at a point it will be toxic. It will be toxic. You will be too needy for the person. You see, our emotional needs cannot be met by one person. If your husband cannot meet all your needs, then who is your friend to meet it? So sometimes we are not gracious to one another. We want to get everything in one person, and it cannot happen. So this is why it is good you open up to having different friends, because there will be times that you will need emotional support. There is this friend you have who is always emotionally there. There is a time you will need financial support. There is this friend who is always there. There is a time that you will need career support. There is a friend who is always there. In conclusion, when you want to build adult friendship, you should know that it takes a lot of work from your part, and it takes a lot of work from the other person's part. You should have to build a level of commitment in your part. Be committed, be loyal, be there, be truthful, be honest. Make sure your friend knows by action how much you love and care for them. I hope what I shared actually makes sense to you. Thank you so much for watching this video to this moment. If you're yet to subscribe, please click on the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button. Drop your comments till I come your way in another video. Bye.